Yeah, 6 minutes. Well, I'm already getting buzzed because I just can't listen to this again. All right. Are you emotionally and mentally ready for this? This is, I should say, welcome to my channel. Jeremy is here visiting, and at the perfect time, if you have or haven't been watching the train wreck that is the Colleen Ballinger Traumageddon, Dramageddon, Armageddon, I'm a getting sick of her. We are going to do a blind reaction. Well, I'm not doing the blind reaction. I've seen it. I've freaked out about it for like days now. And I was going crazy that we couldn't record this until now because we
might be a little late to the party.
Yeah.
But
we're not that late. People are still doing reactions.
They're still doing it. Right. So we still thought it was worth doing.
Because
she wanted to wait till I got here so we could do it.
And because why? Because Jeremy is a bit of a YouTube internet scholar. He's been watching YouTube since
I've wasted my whole life watching YouTube.
Yes, and here, don't lose your head's getting caught off by by Colleen. Colleen is going to cut your head off. So of course it's going around like this is the worst reaction, and it's not even an apology. It's. But anyway, I'm not going to do all the background on this whole story. I will put links below. Everybody knows. If you don't know, you are missing a lot. It's actually also a really important thing to me because I personally kind of became known to and by Adam McIntyre in 2020. And what I did not know was that I found his channel and started commenting on his videos and talking to him on Instagram. He made an appearance on one of my Instagram lives. We had kind of like little, just very mellow, non-creepy DMs and things going on Instagram. You know, we talked back and forth. I made a joke that I'm like his American auntie and he's my Irish nephew, not in a creepy way because I mean, my mind is so boggled by everything.
You don't have to oversell it.
I'm not, we all know. But my mind is boggled by it because I got to know, I will say this kid, because then he was a kid. Now he is 20 years old. But I get to know this kid, and I was like, this was when I was researching for my channel and getting to, and watching other channels and going, you know, what channels inspire me? He was a channel that inspired me. What I did not know is that I was being inspired by his channel at a time when like the whole world was against him and hating him and going after him in 2020.
That how it always turns out?
Yes, at the worst time of his life in 2020, I was like there going, "You're so awesome. I love what you're doing." You know, da 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 da. And I had no idea what had happened behind the scenes, and because Jeremy and I are not. I had to explain to Jeremy who Colleen Ballinger is. Neither one of us have kids. We wouldn't, we're not on her, she's not on our radar at all, you know, and she's probably not on any of yours either. And if she's not, good for you. My brain is filled up with a bunch of crap that doesn't need to be there and I have to push it back out. But I think the important thing about this and why it's important for us to react is it is the first time because of, how this happened in the order that it happened, that kids who were on YouTube back in a little bit of the Wild West, they're old enough now to look back and see how it affected them and talk about it. Yeah. Especially these inappropriate parasocial relationships they had with creators like Colleen, who was very inappropriate with her minors in her chat groups that she had. And again, videos linked below. I highly recommend you watch them. So this is very internet history and the first time this is ever happening, which is really crazy. Also, there's been stories in Rolling Stone, USA Today, NBC, Huffington Post did a great story. Those will be linked below. Yeah, so it made it to the real world. So this is beyond our little corner of, oh, we're YouTubers and blah, blah, blah. So I do want... Why is she saying, no, stop talking? This is a problem I have with using, don't say SIRI at all, even accidentally.
I don't believe I did.
I know.
So here we go.
So
from my point of view.
yes. Yes.
Well,
No,
finish
go
up.
ahead.
Okay.
Oh, no,
So-
I'm just saying,
so-
I just think this is important to talk
Right.
about. And also, I don't want to say a personal relationship with Adam because that's weird. And that's what went wrong with this whole situation. I admire him as a fellow creator. I think he's great. He inspired me to do my channel, to be honest. And when I was looking for inspiration, I was looking for people on YouTube
Who were authentic.
Who were really like, what you see is what you get. This is who this person is. And I've always believed that he was really authentic. I never got a weird vibe from him. Believe me, there are people I got weird vibes from. 3 years later, I was right about him. He is one of the ones that I know I'm right about, that he's one of the good ones, and it's coming out now. Everybody is finding out now what I knew about him in 2020.
But this isn't about Adam McIntyre.
Well, this video isn't. It is. It's about the most ultimate cringe ever.
So from
your point of view.
So Mare tells me, you got to, I really want you to react to this.
Do a blind reaction.
Do a blind reaction to this video.
And don't watch anything to do with it before you get here.
I had just seen stuff pop up about this
on your
in some of my recommendations on YouTube. And I was like, really kind of like, oh, I've heard of this person, but I really don't know. What did they do? And out of curiosity, I was going to watch it, but I decided not to. And literally like an hour later, you had texted me and said, don't watch anything about this. We're going to do a blind reaction with you blindly reacting to it, because it was something that like I, having not had watched at that time, was something that, it was pretty... I really didn't know much about what was going on with this. So
I have spent the last 2 days educating Jeremy on the background.
She gave me a few we did
crash
like a
course
crash
of
course.
Colleen Ballinger.
Right. I sort of you did like kind of like a
timeline,
a hand-picked
timeline. Like, here's the things you need to know,
so we didn't see,
so that you can react to this properly. So he hasn't seen every bit of everything like I have. I've watched everything on it. I think the thing that's funny is I know as much or more than a lot of the people who are reporting on it, because I have consumed every single thing about it, even from every other side and every other angle. And I've watched reactions to reactions to reactions, and I wanted to do a reaction to a reaction, and Jeremy said, no, I want to react to the actual video.
Yeah. It's
so,
no good if we react just react.
We
got it right here.
That said, welcome to my channel, where we don't usually do things like this, but I do want to start doing more reactions, especially now that we figured out how to do this whole thing.
Yes.
We're doing fancy schmancy pictures up here. Hi, wait, here, poker, here. I do want to start by saying you may hear explosions outside because happy 4th of July. We're recording this. Jeremy's birthday is in a couple of days. That's why he's out here visiting too. Jamie and Jeremy are out here. We've been out having fun. And in between the having fun, while my husband and Jamie are sleeping, Jeremy and I are up doing background research and drinking
an electric
you're
unicorn cold brew latte, fruit cereal flavor.
Bones coffee.
But I might be switching.
We're going to be drinking alcohol once we get. This is only a 10-minute video from her, so this is not going to be. I don't think this is going to be.
It's been a great day. I've been buzzed and sober and buzzed and sober and buzzed and sober
all day, and now
multiple times.
And now you're going to have to listen to Colleen Ballinger. So I'm very sorry, but it is very entertaining from a complete tone-deaf stupidity point of view. I am going to say hello, YouTube and everyone out there. I'm making a fair use disclaimer for that. This is a video review and commentary. Disclaimer, thank you, ChatGPT. This video review and commentary is intended for educational and critical purposes only. Are there fair use doctrine of copyright law? I am utilizing copyrighted material right there in this video in order to provide commentary, analysis, and critique. Oh, so much critique. So much critique. This video does not infringe upon this bish. That it didn't say that.
Don't get nasty, brother.
Upon the original worker's copyright works copyright, and its use is protected by the fair use provisions of the Copyright Act. The purpose of this video, our video, not that video, because that video is trash. The purpose of this video is, am I blowing it? Is to engage in transformative and creative content by offering criticism, commentary, and analysis of this original video. That's why we're doing this. So we have to use this copyright material. It's necessary to provide specific examples and reference points for the discussion. We do not seek to compete with or serve as a substitute for this, because nobody can substitute this. Although I do want to say you need to go, I will put a link below, you need to check out Adam McIntyre's reaction to this video, because it is brilliant. And we're going to do a reaction to his reaction because it's brilliant. So you'll have to come back to that for part 2. So we acknowledge and respect the intellectual property rights of the original creator. All copyrights and trademarks mentioned or shown in the video belong to their respective owners, blah, blah, blah. This is for commentary fair use. Do not come at me, because I did all of this, and it's also in my description box. Thank you for listening. And now on with the show.
Blind reaction. I haven't seen
Blind
this before.
reaction.
She's kept me from seeing it. Not that I've really wanted to.
No, he had no interest in it. And I said, Jeremy's familiar with all the apologies, with the Jake Paul, with some of the Shane Dawson, who he
and I'm a
finds
cringe detector. I'm a certified cringe detector.
Yeah, Jeremy could do a tier list of cringe, and people have done them. And here we go. This is right at the top. Okay. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. And she picks up a ukulele.
Oh boy.
When you're accused of.
Oh boy.
Hey. It's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
No one's entertained.
You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
Okay.
I can't imagine. Can't imagine who this was made for. To have been on YouTube for so long and to think that this is.
You think this is an idea
that
you're really doing something.
Yeah.
She thinks she really did something.
Now, I could be wrong, because maybe she knows her audience better, and maybe the people that she knows are the dyed-in-the-wool hardcore fans are going to respond to something like this. But I wouldn't, and I think most of you would.
No. If you look at her ratio, if you look up her like to dislike ratio, it's like the last time I looked, it was 88% dislikes to likes.
And it's so...
the last time I looked, it was pushing 900,000 dislikes.
That's a good number.
That's bad.
It's so desperate,
like
you know? Kind of. That's, I think, what like the way that I see it. And again, I don't know if maybe her diehards would see it that way, but I see it as being super desperate. Yeah.
The other thing is the words that she's using, like manipulation, and that and like fake, like there's no proof. I have shown you. Yeah. I have shown you all of. There are screenshots. There are video recordings. There are so many receipts out there for everything that for her to say that
that's not even I feel like people just use the word toxic now just to deflect criticism.
Yep. Like you're being toxic.
Yeah.
Like using
even
the word
if it's legit, like to just deflect legit criticism.
Yeah.
Oh, this is toxic. And it's like, well, I mean, not everything that's uncomfortable for you is toxic.
It's toxic to you.
Yeah, it's toxic to you.
Yeah, it's toxic to you. It's not. Okay, it gets better.
Toxic gossip train.
It is a hook.
Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. These rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey, at least you're having fun.
She thinks it's fun for victims.
Hi, everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say. So.
Pause for Jeremy Cringe. My team said I couldn't say this, but they didn't say I couldn't sing it.
Genuine cringe.
I don't think I've seen you cringe.
And plus, this is probably just all contrived, anyways. Like anybody, like she was like, oh, my team said I couldn't do this, but I got an idea. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's like so contrived, anyways.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. It's
terrible.
Yeah. Oh, and I should mention too, from the time all of this started. It took her 3 weeks to come out with this.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
So what some people were saying, which is really important to note, is after a day or two, she could have just come out and taken some amount of accountability or said,
Right.
hey, I hear what you're all saying.
I'm currently writing an apology
Song on my ukulele. So,
is this an apology though?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
all
we
right.
can't.
All right.
Oh, I should also mention the title of her video. She put it on her third channel that has the least amount of subscribers. So she pulled a David Dobrik,
Yeah.
a Doob. She pulled a Doob and a Dee, a Dookie Doob, and put it on her third channel with the least amount of subscribers. She didn't put it on Miranda Sings, who's the character
Let's just
who's
put it,
cringy.
it's not her A material anyway.
Right, it's not. But also, well, although everybody's like, God, now this song's stuck in my head. Yeah. Okay, so what else did I say? Somebody said, so you mean for 3 weeks instead of just craft it, like being really honest and truthful and saying and taking any kind of responsibility or accountability or even addressing anything, you spent 3 weeks writing these words, a childish song, and practicing your ukulele. And when you see this, it just gets worse.
What did she think was going to happen?
That's what everybody says in the comments. What did she think was going to happen?
I couldn't sing what I want to say. So. Here I am, and today I only want to talk about the facts. So.
No, she doesn't.
I hope that you'll be willing to listen.
We don't have a choice.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, ugh. That was me, but in group chats.
I'm pausing this because as a weird aunt, I take offense to being compared to this. I am a weird aunt in my family. I'm the black sheep. I'm the aunt with the mohawk and the tattoos and the piercings. But I don't go around asking my nieces and asking my nieces to tell me stories about their freaking periods and stuff. And like, what's your favorite position? And are you still a virgin? Like, no, if you're a creepy aunt that does that, you should be in jail. You shouldn't be like, you don't go, and as a weird aunt, I'm not creepy. I'm a weird aunt because I'm like, I'm all godly.
She's like a wine aunt.
I'm a wine aunt. I'm a wine and Red Bull aunt. I'm kind of like I'm the cool aunt too, because they're one of my nieces said once, I love you because you're an adult, but you're like a kid. Now you can be that way. You can be like to my nieces and nephews. They're like, wow, this is so cool. Oh no, she actually said, I love it because you're like an adult, but you're like a teenager at the same time. Now that means something different with me and with Colleen Ballinger. Right. For me, that means I'm supportive to them. I'm there for an ear to shoulder to cry on. If they're having trouble with the parents, I'm like, hey, you can talk to me, and I offer, I'll offer like my thoughts or whatever. But none of this stuff of like this bringing this aunt dynamic into it is a really crappy
that's
thing
all
to
trash
say.
anyways.
She's trash anyways.
Yeah. Well,
but I'm just
that's
saying,
all just
as a weird aunt, we do not claim her.
Well, it's just cope anyways. So
God.
Fans. It was weird.
Yeah,
I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends. But in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
No, you.
Stop. All right, just I need.
I need a drink. What do we?
Jesus Christ.
Snorting. Give me some. We're getting out the alcohol. Here, give me a shot. Ooh, Red Bull chaser. It's official. Colleen Ballinger's video has driven us to drink. Okay, yeah, I've changed my behavior and taken account. You have like permanent lemon face. It's just the best. I don't even think whiskey can kill how bad this is. It's so bad. Is it as bad as you thought when I told you it's so cringe? It gets worse. It gets worse. It just keeps getting
it's like
worse.
When this is like when you have like you start like a bad like
ooh, smoky.
You're like the beginning of a bad few days at work, and after the first day, you know that you have to go back in and do it again tomorrow. You can't bring yourself to do it.
One of the best videos to watch for a reaction, if you really want to laugh, is the guy who does this, a channel called Observe, and he's the body language reader guy.
Oh yeah,
and he could barely get through this. He looked exactly like he just kept zooming in and shaking his head. He's like, I can't. He's like, I can't believe there's still. And look how much time. There's still 7 minutes left of this.
Oh God, it's just let's
7
go.
more minutes of this. Oh, I don't want to hit play, but
very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train. The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train. Steamroll over someone's reputation. Toxic gossip train. Hop on board but close your eyes, otherwise you'll realize that the train is made of lies, and that person you despise maybe didn't deserve to die, but hey, at least you're having fun.
none of this is fun.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes.
You can't say in all seriousness when you're playing a ukulele. Yeah. I'm just saying, never in the history of ukuleles has anyone said in all seriousness while they're strumming a ukulele.
So this isn't an apology because it's just deflection.
Yeah, it's all deflection.
I hope you're having fun, or at least you're having fun.
And she's making herself the victim in the whole story. Look what you guys all did to me. I had to write this stupid song. Should I try the Magnus single malt?
Yeah.
Ooh, that smells good.
And
oh, we're gonna be so drunk in the next 6 minutes because this is so bad. We have to kill it with alcohol.
I'm presuming that this video, that the video we're recording now, is past the 10-minute mark. So
oh yeah,
I might do some swearing. So.
Yeah, there might be some swears. Needless to say, this is for commentary and not for children. So if you're
not for anybody. I don't recommend it for anybody.
No, I mean you can watch this because we love to make fun of things like this, and we're entertaining. But this is not entertaining. But I just love Jeremy's cringe face. I've never seen you like. Oh, okay, ready? Yeah. Every time I go to touch play, he just cringes more.
We should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care?
Oh, God.
Thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise. Yeah.
While you monetize their demise, many people have pointed out, and you will see it, this video is just over 10 minutes. She actually, you'll see it when it comes up. there are many people who have theorized that she made it specifically that long so she could monetize this video.
Well, sure, yeah.
Yep. So she's saying to monetize your demise, my demise, but she's monetizing it too. And the thing nobody,
is,
and the thing is, like I said,
if you think that you're actually in the right, then just make a video that says that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm
just
right
make
and
a
you're
video
wrong.
that says,
Yeah, what's the song
why,
and
you know,
dance
you
crap?
guys are total haters.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's this cutesy little...
Yeah.
And, like, I like the Observe guy who... I forgot his name now because I'm drinking and I'm getting drunk watching this because that's the only way we can get through it. I forgot where I was going with it. She does this like he said she sits specifically to make herself look small. See, she's doing that.
Yeah.
She's like,
right.
The way she's sitting. And playing.
This image itself.
Yeah,
is
she's
just like
that still right
it's
there.
Just like
it's poor me. Oh, what was me? Oh my God! Don't hurt me. I'm so skinny.
All right, let's get through this.
Okay, little, don't hurt me.
I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back. I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout. Hey everybody, I found someone new to harass. She did some things that I do not like in her past. So everybody gather round, cause we're about to attack, but not based on facts, oh no. Your loaded lethal weapon is your fingers on the keys. You don't need any armor when you can hide behind a screen. So shoot me down quick, hit the click and bam. My reputation's deceased.
Yeah, you did it to yourself.
I also wanted to take a minute to talk about that girl Miranda sings. You know the one. Yeah, her. She's...
By the way, the best thing I saw was somebody paused and said...
like announce tour dates
Yeah.
during her apology.
They're rolling in the background. Yeah. By the way, you can still get tickets to Miranda Sings right here. Click below in the description box. They're really cheap. The thing that I saw, somebody reacted and said... we got to talk about Miranda Sings. They're like, bitch, you are Miranda Sings. Before, you were talking about her on national TV on Stephen Colbert saying, well, Miranda is me. I'm Miranda. I say things as Miranda that I think, but, kind of, I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. But she's like, oh, it's stuff that I want to say, but I just use her to say it.
Right.
And, bullshit. And it's like, but now she's like, oh no, Miranda's somebody totally different. That's not me. It's like, well, is she or isn't she?
It's
what do
like
you now? Now here's
now who's gaslighting?
Yeah, now who's gaslighting? That's the new album for Miranda Sings coming in winter 2020. Now who's gaslighting?
But
go ahead.
So like,
what do you say to this?
What's disturbing about it is it's like
everything.
It's like purposely a shit show.
Yeah.
To sort of once again just obfuscate what's the actual issue,
actual story, and
the actual story that's going on.
Yeah.
Just super odd.
Yeah, it's weird. Everybody's like, who?
I need a backup drink.
Get more drinks. A backup for you. Oh, yeah, 6 minutes. Well, I'm already getting buzzed because I just can't listen to this again. All right. So, last we saw Miss Ballinger, she was discussing how clearly, we have to talk about Miranda Sings as if she's someone totally different. Oop. Wait, play.
13. It says that...
Wait, okay, let's back up a little.
I also wanted to take a minute to talk about that girl Miranda Sings.
You mean you?
Yeah, her. She's
Yeah, you.
PG-13. It says that on my website, and it's always been that way. And that's why you won't find my videos on the YouTube Kids app. Anyway,
Actually, it is.
I didn't realize it
And it's on
was
Kids
my
Netflix.
responsibility to decide what was appropriate for every kid to see. I've
Blaming
always
the
relied on
parents.
parents to decide if they're comfortable with their families watching my YouTube videos or coming to my live shows. Now, have I made some jokes in poor taste? Yes. Have I made lots of dumb mistakes? Yes. Am I sad that there's some fans who feel betrayed? Yes. But was my intention to manipulate? No.
Yes. Oh. Oh,
It
so
doesn't really
bad.
matter what my intention was, because it seems as though everyone's already decided on that.
Yeah, they've
It's
seen the
not very fun
DMs.
to have millions of people
Okay,
all over the world.
everybody has known, worked with, gone to school with, been a lab partner with, or in some other way sort of been forced to deal with somebody like this.
Yeah.
And sort of see their behavior unfold, their I guess narcissism
Yeah.
unfold. And
Like, it's
everybody
never their
know. I think
fault.
everybody
It's always
kind of at
somebody's-
some point has known a person like this. Yeah, where
I think I might have been a person like this when I was in my 20s, but
Yeah.
I freaking learned and grew out of it.
no, I don't even think so. I don't think so.
Well, that's
it's
the best
that
compliment ever.
strange,
Thank
like
you.
that strange, precocious kind of.
I can
who,
do no
me?
wrong. Who, me?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
type of
it's
thing.
always somebody
Everybody's
else's
known
fault.
one of those, and it's so tiring. And I'm actually like getting tired just
Listening to her
just
whine
listening
about
to
it.
right now. Yeah,
And
let's
we're
get
like
this done.
halfway through.
Call you the most vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words.
Adam knows
Be
because he was
called in my
called that when
opinion.
he was like 16.
It doesn't matter that these things aren't true.
Yeah, they are.
Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
You're kind of doing it right now.
So I just wanted to say that the only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans, and I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because
Yep.
5 years ago.
After 15 years on the internet, I didn't understand you shouldn't respond to fans. Get fucked. Jesus Christ. This is exhausting.
I
It's
know, isn't it?
exhausting.
Made a fart joke.
Oh, wait. Okay, and then we have to go back a little bit. Hold on. So, one of the other things that a lot of people have said that I totally agree with, I'm not a groomer, I'm just a loser. Here's Jeremy's like, fuck it. Now you know why we're sitting in front of the bar for this video. I kept Jeremy very close to booze because I knew he was going to need it. I warned you it was the cringiest cringe.
No, I mean, I've seen
it still
cringe
keeps getting
stuff
worse.
before, and
But
I
nothing
wasn't-
like this.
Yeah.
But this is a
But
new
this
level.
it's exhausting though. It's
is.
almost it's cringy because you're watching a person do it and you feel like
secondhand embarrassment.
yeah, you feel embarrassed for them, but it's exhausting thinking of like somebody saying this to you. You
Yeah.
know?
It's you know what else it feels like? It feels like when you watch it, it's exhausting because you feel like someone
Who
insulting
is
your
this
intelligence.
for? Is this?
Yeah,
it's not an apology.
No,
it's
it's
like a
not.
clapback. Like
Yeah.
but like a.
It's like she's doing a what did they used to do the Jake Paul videos when they go back and forth and do rap things?
Oh God.
What's that called?
I'm
drunk.
Call and response or
No. When they used to do the
diss tracks.
diss tracks.
Yeah, diss tracks.
It's
yeah.
like she's doing a ukulele diss track to everybody who she's hurt in the past. And she thinks it's funny. And she's mocking it.
Let's just get this
So it's yeah.
over with here.
So I just wanted to say that the only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I
She wants
shouldn't
you to feel
respond
sorry
to
for her.
fans, and I'm not a predator,
wants
even
you to
though a
feel
lot of
sorry.
you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
It wasn't a fart joke. She embarrassed a girl on stage. That was the Becky story, the girl with her legs spread. Right. So she completely belittled that girl's experience.
Even though I know this video won't change anyone's mind about me.
Oh no, we just hate you more now.
I still felt it was important to come on here and defend myself a little. And take accountability.
There's no accountability.
And I also wanted to say that to anyone out there who has ever supported me in any capacity, I really, really appreciate you.
All two of you. You need help.
Never had any bad intentions.
Doesn't matter.
But I do feel like shit.
Good.
Oh, like.
Okay, this is so contrived.
To say no, don't.
This is so contrived. Watch this.
The toxic gossip train.
Okay, the screen went dark.
Dragging down the tracks of misinformation. Toxic gossip train. You got
Her feels sorry for me things.
Manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. You tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past. Rumors look like facts when you don't mind the gaps.
Rumors. They're facts.
Won't survive in the crash, but hey. Yeah, I had some fun.
She's trying to like make everybody else
Feel bad.
People. Yeah.
She's trying to deflect to make everybody feel bad. Okay, watch. Oh, let me turn it off. Oh wait, no, I got to do 10 minutes so I get monetized. That is so staged. It's sick.
You guys know something.
Wait, let's just see that again.
I don't want to.
No, I'm gonna make you
I
see it
want
again.
to see.
Actually, I feel like maybe I should let you guys know something.
She's also a bad
like-
actress.
Maybe you're confused about something. I don't know.
Worst
Let me try
acting ever.
Sometimes people make a mistake.
Here's where it
and
starts.
it doesn't make them a horrible person. Whoa. Sometimes people can make a mistake and they're still a good person. Crazy, I know. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you don't have to take that mistake. Oh no. And twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and pulverize it and stab it with knives and ruin a life and oh no. Sometimes people can make a mistake. It doesn't mean you gotta send them hate. Oh no. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you can kindly let them know and help them to grow.
Angel's Envy?
Sometimes
Just a
people
splish.
make mistakes simply because
They're idiots
they
and
made a
groomers.
mistake. And that mistake doesn't make them a terrible human.
Unless it's me.
Just makes them a human.
You've been making mistakes for 15 years, though. Okay.
What do I know?
Yeah.
Fuck me, right?
Yeah.
That's the end of the video.
All right.
Oh my God.
So here's the thing, though. So she already made all her money.
Scooch out of your black box there.
So she already made all her money,
I
right?
go that way.
And
Yes, she has, and but now she's hemorrhaging money because she's lost sponsors. So okay, listen, she ZocDoc was one of her sponsors. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what ZocDoc is, it's like where ZocDoc is like finding doctors to help you. Right. And they were one of her sponsors, and they're like, "Oh hell no!"
Well,
so they like dropped her,
so
which I think is ironic because
here's the thing:
she needs several doctors, possibly a lobotomy, maybe electroshock. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing:
just, why did you think this was a good idea? Like you said, who is this for?
Yeah, here's the thing: like she's already made all her money.
Yeah.
On YouTube, you know, and doing live performances and stuff. I mean, she's like, you know, I mean, nobody knows
In
everything
15
about
years.
everybody's,
Well,
but
they
in
said
all those
her
years,
net worth, we watched that video. It said $5 million to whatever.
To $14 million.
She's at 14 to 5 to 15.
But anyways,
she's a millionaire.
So
That's
she's
all
made
you
all
need
her
to know.
money,
She's
right?
a millionaire. She's got your money. People who supported her, she got your money.
This is the type of thing where you could literally just you could make a
Cash
serious
out.
2-minute video and say, this is like.
This was my
this
mistake.
is bullshit.
Or say it's bullshit.
Right.
And, yeah.
You just say,
you can pull
this
a
is all
Jake
full
Paul.
of shit. Yeah. This
pull a
is all
Jake Paul.
complicated shit. This is like really don't care what anybody thinks. Deuces. And then and then
PewDiePie.
Yeah, and then
pubes.
be done, or not do anything, not do or say anything about it ever.
But then this is what she chooses.
This is worse. Yeah,
Yes,
this is worse
than not doing anything.
Yeah, because it's out there now.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
if you
gonna
do
be-
nothing, there's nothing that's out there.
Yeah.
And
This
people
is
can
out there
complain
forever now.
about, and they didn't respond to the allegations at all, but it doesn't make it worse or whatever.
Right.
It's not out there. That was just the
That's
worst.
out there forever, and and it's never gonna go away.
Yeah, that's bad.
And that is,
and it's all it's the worst. It's all of the worst arguments of like you're just narcissistic kind of antisocial friend that never takes accountability for anything. Gaslights, blame shifts.
Yep.
It's just so bad.
it is. It's terrible.
And like you said, she's just like playing this character, like where she's like
all meek
a
and
little ukulele.
Feel
Why are
sorry
you
for
attacking me?
Look, I'm a cute white girl with a ukulele, and look at the pretty hair and the fringe bangs, the curtain bangs, and my bangs look pretty today. And I'm so skinny. Look at my skinny back.
Right.
Because she had to do the So there were a lot of things in there, if you haven't followed the story, that were particular jabs at her accusers.
Yeah.
The one about, because I made a fart joke, was a jab at Becky, who is the girl who came on stage, and Colleen had this girl lay on her back and spread her legs on stage. The girl was a minor, by the way. And this girl, Becky, has come out on TikTok and told her side of the story. And she's like, I did not feel safe. She didn't consent to that. She didn't, it's like people, and then of course, Colleen's fans are like, you should have known when you signed up for bullshit. It's like, nobody signs up to go on stage and have somebody stretch their legs open in front of thousands of people and laugh at them.
I got to tell you honestly, to be perfectly fair to her, I actually don't think she's a groomer. Okay, I just think that she has emotional development issues. She's narcissistic, maybe a little sociopathic. I think the developmental issues are a real thing.
She has developmental, yeah.
I think
she has no social skills. She's socially inept.
Yeah. And I don't think that she's a groomer in that sense. And I only say that because I don't want to dilute that. I don't want to dilute that word.
No, but but if you look up this is a thing that's come up a lot in videos, is the definition of groomer. And if you look it up, they're saying, like it said in Paige Christie's video and some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Groomer has a lot of different meanings, and the buzzword is, if you use the G word, then it means you're talking about sex, and it doesn't always. It means manipulation.
I know, but I don't think that every idiot that doesn't know how to that is emotionally stunted and doesn't know how to behave doesn't know how to properly conduct themselves in those situations. I think that happens for reasons that are more about the narcissism and the manipulation, and not really
it's more
about
narcissism. Okay, so here's something interesting that I haven't seen anyone bring up in a reaction that I've watched. What if and this is just a what if. What if nobody ever used the G word that rhymes with broomer?
Yeah.
I wonder how people would be reacting to it if you took that word out, because it's such a buzzword and it's such a hot topic hot button word for people, that I know people want to use that word to get like, to really push how serious this is. But sometimes doing that backfires on you, because people hear that word and they immediately tune you out.
Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to get.
They tune you out, so you're actually shooting yourself in the foot by using words that tune people out.
And then
where
they can
if you would have called her like, a narcissistic manipulator.
That's, I think, the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, that's worse. I mean,
well, no, it's not worse than being a groomer.
Yeah.
No, it's not worse than being a groomer. But it's a more accurate
she's
claim to make against her. Therefore, it's much harder to crawl out from underneath.
Right. Because she can say,
because she already just like deflected it by saying, "Oh, I'm not a groomer," and it's like, okay,
you know what? She's creating doubt.
Yeah,
and this is a legal thing. I was going to tell this to Adam. I was going to say, look, I studied to be a paralegal for a while when I was a teenager. I was going to be a paralegal. Here's what bothers me about the G word is you want to use that word, but you have to look at it from the enemy's point of view. What are they going to do with it when you call them that word? They're, like you said, it makes it easy to disprove it, because all they have to do is create doubt that she is.
Yeah.
They just have to create enough doubt in people's minds. So you have to call her something that there's no wiggle room for her to get out of it. So it's like, I'm saying, yes, I believe she groomed kids to do what she wanted them to do. Is that the right word to use to get the desired outcome? From a legal standpoint, you're giving the other side ammo, because you're giving them wiggle room. You're giving them room to say, "Oh, she's not a groomer; she's only groomed her cats."
Well, it's like, hey, it's like the
she never
classic
touched
kind of,
any kid.
I've never physically hurt anybody. And then it's like, that's technically true. But there's a lot of ways to do damage to people without physically hurting.
Yeah, and Adam's a perfect example, and so is
so
Becky,
you can be a trash person, and you can be the type of person that just everybody there's just, you don't even have enough fingers on your hand to point out the ways that
you can mess somebody up.
You're just
toxic.
a terrible person.
Oh, you're an awful person.
That you're an awful person to know.
I mean,
but without being a G word
shroomer person. Yeah, a shroomer, a broomer. And also, I hate that word, because I groom dogs and I don't do anything kinky or weird to them. I just make them pretty. So I hate that word, because it makes me feel like every time I say I'm a dog groomer, it makes me feel creepy. And I'm like,
well, that's why I said I don't like to overuse
I
don't like to overuse the
I don't like to overuse it either. You have to be really careful. But it's very specific. But also, like I said, the word in a legal sense, you're giving her legal team, if she ever did want to, if anything ever did come out, and like I said, this is not legal advice. I am not a legal professional. I did study to be a paralegal, so I know some things about this. I know some lawyers, etc., but I am not a legal professional. But I do know enough to say, and I have studied enough to say, you have to choose your words so carefully when you accuse someone of something, because sometimes you say something that you think, this is really going to nail it to this person. This is really going to get them. This is really going to show people who they are. And their team goes, "Oh, thank you for saying that." Because her legal team is like, yeah, keep calling her a groomer. That's the easiest thing to disprove for us.
Right. That's the point.
Yeah. And it's easy to disprove that, because they're like, because they don't care what the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition is. They're going to play well, she never touched you physically. She never, showed naked pictures of you online. She didn't do this and this. Therefore, she is not one. And then that goes
And
against
it's almost,
that
and it's
weakens
almost
your
worse.
argument.
Yeah, it's
legally it
it's
weakens
not
your
almost
argument.
worse. But the point is that
You're giving
if
her
you're
ammo.
overusing that, then it's just creating a situation where it just dilutes it,
Yeah.
and it just dilutes even any accusation you make down to nothing. The
Yeah.
real to me, having
she is a
watched
complete textbook
that,
narcissist.
and then like
though.
having watched the primer stuff that you curated for me.
Yeah.
It's more that type of thing. It's actually more kind of like exhausting and more kind of like icky. Is that she's just one of those people that immediately when she sees anybody, it's just like, well, what can I use you for?
Yep.
And how can I get in? Like, how can I get
get what
your psyche and just take the things that I need and
then throw you away when I don't need you.
Yeah. So which is worse because everybody's in danger of a person like that.
Yeah.
By a person like that.
The thing is too, like taking the G word out of it, adults in her life. Adults in her life.
Well, that's why I
dealing
said,
with
that's
her
what
are
I
dealing.
said.
Her
That's the thing
ex-husband
that
has come out
right.
and told stories. Her ex-husband has told stories about her. She wasn't grooming him. She was just like manipulative, narcissistic, and an asshole to him apparently.
No, and as far as the and then so
I just
then,
worry for Adam's like legal
so the Adam
side
McIntyre
argument,
thing
if
that
he
was
ever-
straight. That was to me that was like strictly just a let me take what I can
use
you for.
Yeah, I'm going to use you because, and I'm going to take advantage of you because you love me so much and you worship me, and I'm going to milk you for all I can.
Strip it down to the bone.
And then I'm going to throw you away.
Right.
Like,
now, with regard
to a kid, that's like devastating.
And with regard to being inappropriate with people on her chat groups,
the private chat
with
groups.
like the
weird conversations,
kids on stage, and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I actually think that is a like kind of just a really really emotionally immature oversharing. Like
I said, a socially inept person.
Socially inept, like oversharing type of thing.
And she doesn't have social maturity, social skills. She doesn't know. And you know what? You use this word a lot as boundary issues.
Yeah.
She has no boundary issues with people. Like, who talks to someone like that? Like, I think when I talked to Jamie about this, I said, I have 10 nieces and nephews. Never once.
When you have bad boundaries, you end up actually kind of imposing that on other people as well.
Yeah, you're like, and that's the thing. Like, a weird aunt does not have boundary issues. A weird aunt might be weird and quirky, but I don't have boundary issues.
Right.
There are things. I remember what was so funny. I think I told Jeremy this, and I know I told Jamie this, is Adam posted a picture once on his Instagram feed, and his pants were really low, and he had been to the gym, and it's like you could kind of see the little, I'm like, oh, Adam has chest hair. Oh, my God. I still see, it's like, I feel weird looking at a picture of Adam with no shirt on. It creeps me out. I'm like, scroll past. I don't need to see that, Adam. Okay. I'm sure lots of boys out there think it's really cute and a bunch of girls. But the thing is, like, Colleen was going ass pics Adam. Whereas the difference between me and her, Adam posted this one picture that I sent him an emoji or something with my hands over my eyes. And I'm like, Adam, no. I did not need to see that. I just good for you, but no, I can't. I can't unsee it, and I'm very disturbed, and I feel really cringy and icky. And the fact that this woman never felt like that or doesn't feel like that towards kids is like shocking to me.
Well, they always say,
it's
and of course there's no proof of any of this, but they always just say, that a lot of times, people reenact the trauma in their life.
Yeah.
But anyways.
And she makes the thing she talks about it's so cringy.
Yeah.
It's so weird. But
that was
anyway,
bad.
that was
bad.
That's
worse than I thought it was going to be.
That's what I wanted to hear. I was, oh my God, my face is so red. I'm so drunk right now. Not drunk, but I'm buzzed. I'm buzzed. We had to numb the pain of the ukulele. I actually told Jeremy he should bring a ukulele with him, and
Yeah.
But
no, I'm
but
glad
there,
I didn't.
yeah, because you would have been smashing it over your own
burn
head.
my ukulele.
You're never gonna play your ukulele again. When I was in Michigan, we were at a music store, and Jeremy was playing ukuleles in the store. And he's like, "I'll never look at it." There were people getting so upset because they love all the ukulele players on TikTok and stuff. Were like, "Son of a bitch!"
Yeah.
Like she just killed the ukulele. Yeah. The woman single-handedly canceled the ukulele forever. Right. But no, anyway. In all seriousness, though, it's also such a huge insult to people who do. Whether you use the G word or not, she clearly caused trauma to people. Right. Adam said he's going to therapy now, which good for him. He should. He probably needs to, because I followed him for 3 years. He's talked, and it always concerned me that he's so skinny. And a lot of times, especially in 2021, I was telling Jeremy, he really talked about his issues with food and eating and being skinny and all this stuff. And
I'm more concerned with the ways that this has affected my life. Negatively.
Jeremy's making it all about him.
It's just 5 days ago, I really Colleen Ballinger was just like a person that you would like scroll by occasionally.
Yeah, and you'd see her pop up and go, "Who is this?" And and you just most people didn't know who she was.
Completely off my radar. Yeah, and I was glad about that.
Yes, there are. I know you don't like Hassan Piker, but I know. Yeah. I want to see Hassan and Jeremy have a debate. Anyway, it's my dream in life. Anyway, but I know you don't like Hassan, but what was really interesting is watching him react to it, because he's a political commentator and he's like
is he?
Is he? Anti-political? Yeah, apolitical. He's a socialist commentator. But anyway, all I'm saying is he didn't know who she was. He had never heard her name, knew nothing about her, nor did anyone in his circle. They had to do what you did and go back and look at all this stuff. And people kept messaging him going, "Hassan, you got to talk about this." Hassan. He's like, "I don't know this person. She's not in politics. I'm a political channel. I don't talk about this stuff." Okay, well, social political. Anyway, I knew if I brought up Hassan, it would be an interesting conversation. No, but my point is, it's like you. Jeremy tends to watch a lot of politics and things like that, and world geopolitical things, socio-political. And I tend to watch more like drama commentary and everything. Right. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed this.
I guess it's socio-political.
It is socio-political. But this is a huge crossroads, huge thing in the history of YouTube. Honestly. Yeah. I mean, you see kind of why, because like I said, it reminds me of, I don't mean to, and this is not to belittle anything that's going on with Adam or anybody else, but I want to offer like a metaphor. Remember when everyone said in the 50s, cigarette smoking, it's great for you. Have a cigarette. It helps you relax. Right. Cigarettes are wonderful. Yeah. Everyone smokes at night. After dinner, have a cigarette. It helps your digestion. And then enough time went by where they went, holy shit, it's killing people and they're getting lung cancer.
That's YouTube.
Yeah. It's until something is around for a certain amount of time, be it like a pharmaceutical or a vice, like a certain kind of drug or tobacco or whatever, people don't know the future ramifications of it. Right. And this is what I said, what's really an important thing to note is this is showing the future ramifications in real time of a really, really wrong, messed up kind of online relationship, friendship, parasocial, to use the buzzword relationship, in real time, like what goes wrong and how it affects a kid. I'm just going to say a kid. Adam's an adult now, but how it affects a kid who started being online at like 9 with his mom's permission and all that. Started interacting with this person at 13 and now he's 20. The best thing he said was, when I was 16 and 17, I didn't know how to defend myself. But now that I'm 20, I'm going to defend my 17-year-old self. And I thought that was the most mature thing to say. Right. It was so well said. Adam said that in one of his videos, and I thought that was so well said. And that's why I think he is like he's got a lot of challenges. He's talked about them really openly. He said he's not trusting of people now. It's affected him where in relationships, he doesn't have a normal dating life. He's alone with his dogs and his cats. He tries to go on dates, and he said he finds it hard to open up to people because he thinks everybody just wants something from him. So it does affect you, especially when you're that young. You're 13 to 16, and somebody does that to you in your formative years. Then you become very non-trusting.
Now, in the last few minutes,
yes, go ahead. Okay, and let's wrap it up.
Rounding the hour, I will say this. You
keep in mind. He is about to turn 50 in 2 days.
2 days.
And I'm 54. So I also thought it was cool to do this from the point of view of maybe the older.
Right.
The Gen Xers.
So I will say this, though.
Who have been through a lot of shit. And a lot of booze. Okay, go ahead.
You bring up the notion of things not being around long enough to see what the ramifications are in the future. And YouTube is fairly young by those standards. She is definitely an OG YouTuber,
15 years.
And therefore having figured out and even kind of really sort of shaping and molding the way that things are done on YouTube. That being said, though,
worst reaction ever.
Well, it is, but to keep this in context, though, just to be fair, because I like to be fair about things.
To be fair.
Throughout the 50s, 60s, 70s, and probably long before even that, people have done, privileged people, and that sounds cringe, but people in a position to do so have done terrible things and gotten away with it because it wasn't on YouTube. YouTube is like a catalog of all of the things you've ever done. If you're a creator,
out there for the world. You get
out there, you have 900, 1,000, 1,500 videos.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff out there, and rock stars, I'm sure, have done way worse.
Yep.
Musicians have done way worse.
We've done way worse.
Yeah. If I think of every cringe fucking thing I've ever done,
Yeah.
But I haven't made a ukulele pseudo apology for anything. I've always done what she should have done, and that's just let it move
on.
Yeah, move on. People forget about stuff, especially when it becomes that kind of someone said this, but that ukulele video is always going to be there, and you just made it real.
Yep,
you made it real.
You brought it into.
You are singing the song.
Interestingly,
of their accusations.
Yep,
You've made a musical version of their accusations,
and this is what
and
a lot of people
fought
say.
any of it except for saying, "Hope you're having fun, being toxic."
Yeah, it's not
without debunking any part of it.
And now here's what's really interesting is she came out with this video and it had the complete opposite effect. People who the story had flown under the radar for a lot of people because she came out with a ukulele reaction. It was so bad. Now it's on a whole bunch of major news that it was never on before.
Yeah.
So she put a spotlight on it. Like you said, she's like, look how messed up this is. And it's like, because, she could have just, this fly is making me crazy. No, they said she made it worse. She put a spotlight on something. She should have just been like, let's dim the lights on this.
Yeah,
but
or just
she's
said,
like, people
just
didn't even
on
know
for 5 seconds, on a camera phone video and said,
a notepad apology.
Yeah, this is all bullshit, Yeah, and that actually would have been better, because then everybody can sit around and argue about, well, you didn't misprove anything.
Yep.
You just got on there and said it's all bullshit. But then at least the only record of you responding to it is you saying it's all bullshit, as opposed to
no response.
As opposed to this ukulele response, which you made yourself a meme.
Yep.
And that will just live on forever.
Yep.
You know, you made yourself a meme, and
it's forever.
all you did
It's
was
forever.
actually just like lay out all of the charges against you, or all of the allegations against you.
Allegedly.
You elucidated every single one of them, and then just said, "Oh, it's because of toxicity." Burp. You know,
I'm a victim.
Yeah, and
feel sorry for me and my ukulele.
That makes you a meme. Everybody knows what that is. They see that and they're like, that's bullshit.
And the thing is, like, everybody is memeing it. TikTok has blown up with everybody now. Drama channels, people are showing all the videos that people are making. Paige Christie made a great one where she rewrote the song. Adam did, because the reaction was called High, that Colleen Ballinger did on her. Oh, Eliza's scared. Oh, here, hand me the Snurf. She'll let you pick her up because she's terrified. So we have, it is 4th of July, and she's terrified of thee. Oh. And this is, Jeremy has been trying to hold her all weekend, and she finally is like, okay, I'm desperate. Any port in a storm. Yeah. I'm scared of the big boom sounds. Oh, she's so, it's okay. We'll protect you. So the people across the road are blowing out fireworks.
It's exactly midnight now, and that is kind of late for...
It is. They don't care.
But, you know.
We live in the boonies, so, you know, they blow shit up all the time. Anyway, what was I going to say?
There's nothing left to say, actually.
There is. No, it's just, it's so terrible. It's so... I was saying that Adam did... The thing that I think is great is... Oh, my God, look how red my face is. I am so buzzed. Oh, we're so buzzed. Colleen... So this is my statement. Colleen... You know what I told Jeremy? I said, I don't trust anyone who says, my name isn't Colleen, it's Colleen. And at first, when Adam talked about her, I thought she was an Irish creator because she was Colleen and not Colleen. And then I found out she was American. I'm like, she's a pretentious fuck. Okay, so, my honesty really comes out when I drink. She's a pretentious fuck. I'm sorry, she is. Anybody who... Okay, and I've corrected how people say my real name, but that's only because I don't want to sound like my name does have a pronunciation that is correct. But to say that's, you know who it reminds me of? It's not Demi Moore, it's Demi. And it's like, it's not Colleen Ballinger, it's Colleen. Okay, you and Demi can go have your coffee together in Malibu or whatever. I don't know. But it's pretentious, and it just... The way you insist on saying your name was a red flag to me 3 years ago when I didn't even know who you were. And I'm drunk, so I should probably stop recording now because I'm just going to go off. Jeremy Recca, he's like, oh yeah,
This is going to turn into a cringe video.
This is going to turn into a cringe video. Anyway, we love you, Adam. You're awesome. I want to say personally to Adam, if he watches this, 3 years ago when I met you online and you were on my Instagram Live, that one time you popped in on my Instagram Live and we were talking, I didn't know anything about this. I had no idea who she was. I liked you for you. And it makes me sad to think that looking back, retroactively, I feel like Adam always seemed like he was so thankful for how nice I was to him. And now I know why. Because he got millions of people. I don't know if people who aren't familiar with the story know, but James Charles and Colleen, what does that tell you? Creepy, cringe. Birds of a feather. That's what people said. Todrick Hall, Colleen Ballinger, James Charles, birds of a feather. Anyway, but I had no idea that millions of people were sending him hate when I met him in 2020 and were calling him a clout goblin. All this. I just thought he seemed really authentic to me. He seemed really honest. He was putting himself out there, and I liked that about him. I was like, you inspire me. I mean, not to sound condescending, but as someone who's in their 50s trying to go on YouTube, and I was terrified, absolutely terrified. And there were two people who made me feel better about it, and it was Peter Mon and Adam McIntyre. Because Peter Mon's like, I'm the old man of YouTube, and Adam McIntyre was like this kid at the time, and I can call him a kid. He was like 16, I think, when I first saw him or something online. and he turned 17. And I was like, holy crap, you are wise beyond your years. And I said in a comment on somebody's video, I said, it makes me sad to look back and think why he was wise beyond his years because of what he was put through.
Right.
He was forced to be wise beyond his years. He didn't want to do that. He had to do it because he was put in that situation by her. And that's wrong, and that's messed up. It's like he didn't live a normal teenagehood because of that, you know? So I'm sorry for that, and I will always support Adam. I have since 2020. I still always say I am his American auntie, and I'm always there for him, and I will always support him. And don't give me too much more whiskey because I'll kick a skinny ukulele playing bitch's ass.
Okay, we gotta go.
We gotta go because this dog is This is a terrified Iggy right here. Oh, don't cry. She doesn't like the fireworks. Eliza does not like the fireworks, so we're gonna go protect the Iggy. And thank you for watching. And this is a weird video for us, but it was important to do, I think. Also, I think as elders of YouTube, like the Gen Xers of YouTube, if you will, I think we have such a different view. Like Peter Mon has a different view, and like some of us in our 50s have like a different view of this because the crap we've lived through and the shit we've seen and the stuff you haven't seen on video because thankfully there was no internet, thank God. It was so cringe, and the whole situation sucks. But her video sucks the worst. Any closing thoughts?
Nope. I think that was about all the
cringe you can handle for the next 10 years.
As much abuse as I can handle in one night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
If you play ukulele, I'm sorry. Adam, love you. Hang in there. We're always here. And go check out Adam's videos and all of them in the description box. And whoa, the room's spinning. We're going to go. We're out of here. Thank you. Happy birthday. And
thank you.
Soon. Everybody say happy birthday to this guy. He's about to join my age bracket. Sucker.